It's time for Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook, the best place in Nebraska to place your sports bets. Get to warhorsecasino.com or download the Warhorse app to get a full list of house rules, promotions coming up. There's always cool stuff going on at both casinos in Omaha and Lincoln.
Why are you jumping at me?
Because you're jumping at me. Before we get to that, let's jump on the phone line here with TK. Let's talk about Matt Rhule a little bit. TK, what's going on, man?
Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
What's up?
TK, does anybody call you Cooch?
Trying to think. I definitely have been called that, yes.
Yeah.
They promptly got a blocking dummy thrown at them.
Really? I know a lot of Coochers that I just call Cooch. One was a really good hooper.
Well, you can say it in different manners to have different meanings,
I'm an adult, TK. I'm not a 12-year-old.
Well, this is also an adult who called me that.
Oh,
I'm honestly surprised. I want to give you guys like a standing ovation. You've stayed on air this whole time after what has been happening.
I don't know what you mean.
How about a round of
Man.
applause? A little Rihanna moment. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
I know. Severe tried to get us shut down.
I blame Severe. That wasn't even on us.
I've lived with that for.
Yeah,
I went through that for a stretch.
We'll just say it started in the 9 o'clock hour for sure.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I'm sure our boss will check in with us later.
Do you guys think that those post game comments about maybe I should take a job that somebody's already been winning at might have been a shot at Ryan Day?
Listen, people read into it, but maybe.
There
was like 4 or 5 moments in there that I was like, huh.
Some coaches have different skill sets, TK.
Field.
But you know what though, TK? So I think that was across the board. And I'm having a side conversation with my man, the mayor. And this is kind of in conjunction with that. There's a lot of things that he says that are kind of slick, where he puts it out there. But believe me, when he says it to us, it's not the first time that he's said it. Right? So
for sure.
He's had the taking over a winning job conversation before. He's had if you've competed before, or the waking up on third base, trying to tell people you'd hit a triple. Like, he's pretty good with that. But the people that he's talking to, he's told it to them too. I think he wants them to know that like he's well aware. Like, you're not pulling one over on him.
I think people need to understand the difference between holding people accountable and throwing them under the bus. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
To an untrained ear, it may sound the same.
But Joel, I'm by Joel. He's not wrong though. He's not wrong. But go ahead, TK. What's up?
For the UCLA, do you think Bieniemy's going to get them out of those stupid condensed sets, or are they going to come into Lincoln and?
I don't know. I would guess UCLA throws it 40 times. I mean, if I gave you 41 and a half pass attempts, you going over or under?
Over.
Yeah, I just don't know if I love the success from a one-dimensional team. I don't know who he's going to hand it to. I mean, they got some health issues too.
They don't get anybody to hand the ball to, and then Garbers is going to throw a few interceptions, so they're going to have to play catch up.
Yeah, I just don't think there's going to be very many points. I think UCLA. So go back and watch UCLA and Penn State. That's the one. That's
that's the only one I haven't watched yet.
Go check it out. Penn State had a hard time running the ball, and Kodanicki is pretty creative. Penn State had a hard time running the ball. UCLA is capable of playing good defense. And until they turned it over against Indiana, they'd kind of held them in too. I don't think there's going to be very many points scored. I don't think whomever wins this game scores more than 24 points. I know, right? This has got 23 14, 20, 26, 17 written all over it. It's just me.
TK, appreciate the call.
It's just me.
Yeah, that's interesting. If I took the under,
They're not going to score a ton of points.
if I took the under on your points, it would be because I don't know if they're going to get that many plays off.
Yeah.
Like if it's a more controlled possession game, that would be the reason I take an under.
It's weird to have a low point total when I think UCLA is going to throw
Like chuck it around the yard that much.
But I do.
No, I get what you're saying. I do. Stylistically, I understand what you're saying. Want to get to, before we run out of time on our bet on it segment here, what do you think happens tonight in the Dodgers Yankees?
What?
You're just processing for a long time here. You're kind of
buffering.
Your apple circle's just spinning.
What do you think of him as a runner?
I think you might choke Shane when we get off.
I think he thinks he's onto something with his jokes.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch him right in the face, except you're like a 4-year-old, so I'd feel bad.
It's the same.
I smell bet.
It's the same line as it was the last two nights.
So like 144-ish, 8-ish?
I've got it at New York minus 150, which is what I had it at.
What's the total?
Oof. I'll look on the total. I don't have the total in front of me.
I don't have the total in front of me.
I got
to look at the total.
I'm a money line
but
guy.
I can't.
I've got it at 8.5.
Cole and Flaherty. I would probably think this is going to be pretty low scoring.
I would say 8.5 seems high.
Not really. Not how the series is going.
5-4.
I kind of like the under. I would probably like gun to head.
I mean, it would have to be that dramatic, but sure.
I just saw some previews of the new season of Power, so I had.
You had violence on your mind?
Well, and it's political ad season, and everybody has a gun, so I just.
It's true. There's a lot of guns and political ads.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's a little weird.
I would probably take the Dodgers.
Plus 125?
Yeah, I just think Cole should be a little bit bigger fave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing the line.
Yeah, but I trust him more. I trust
Cole more.
I trust short rest Cole more than I do Flaherty, although Flaherty needs less of his good stuff than Cole does.
Do you trust Yankee bullpen versus Dodger bullpen?
I like the Dodgers bullpen.
Because that's, I think, what's going to end up mattering.
Yeah.
Here is not the.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice if the Yankees had to play from behind again, because I don't know if they have another last night in them.
Yeah. Because Cole's not going to go 7.
Last night we had an argument.
You and me didn't.
That should be the words.
I know, but it's not.
People want me to be mad at Morgan Wallen. I never was.
You big Morgan Wallen guy?
No.
Love him? Think he says some cool stuff?
What do you think of him as a runner?
God, I want to punch you so bad.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What'd I do?
It's just
What did I do?
I don't know.
Who, me? I'm still here being friendly.
No, that's not what you're doing.
I'm always friendly.
No, it's not.
Out here trying to protect your guy, Coach Rhule.
I listen. I admire that. I admire that.
Listen, I think we need to. We need to be a little bit more appreciative. I do want to. I'm going to try and.
Do you like Jacksonville State tonight?
Ooh.
It's at Liberty.
No, I think Liberty bounces back from their
Liberty.
bad loss.
I like Jacksonville State.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm a Chadwell guy, so I'm going to.
Of course, you're a little biased.
I am.
Couple blind spots. What about Kennesaw? They got any bounce back in them?
They do not.
Yeah, they'll get drubbed.
That is
WKU.
I still don't know how that happened.
It's football.
I get that, but they're the worst team in FBS.
So do you remember the question I asked Kevin Suits about scoreboard watching, even though you know good and well the transit property is
100%. Yeah.
Were you vibing with what I told you about Ohio State and Penn State, me hoping that Penn State drubs them? Even though I know that it's going to be the risk of, it's the classic look-ahead game that Nebraska stuck up on them. I'm like, I'm telling you, what's been ailing Ohio State it was still ailing Ohio. I've been talking about this for way previous to Nebraska.
Yeah, with the disconnect between the defensive line and the defensive coaches,
right.
And
something's not right.
I do scoreboard watch for Nebraska's opponents though. Like I want Indiana to win out basically, So it may. I get 56-7 is never going to look good. But if they lose their last 3 games, you're like, ugh.
Are you surprised Wisconsin Iowa is only a field goal?
Not really. I don't really know what to do with that game.
Who do you feel like you know more about?
Well, until last week, I thought Wisconsin.
Well, Sullivan, I don't know. They may have some answers now.
Maybe.
Iowa.
Yeah, I don't know.
And KJ's still a monster.
He is. He's the one guy I trust the
I would
most.
put him ahead of Gabriel in the Heisman voting.
KJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't have enough wins yet.
That's DB. I'm Ravi Rhule. Let's bet on it. Brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook.